get my other picture up here. Alright, let's see how many people come back. That's 0. It's a big fat 0 there right now. Alright. Alright, we're back up. Let me get this thing going. We'll get into the main show. All this will go pretty quick.
I'm adding a picture into our thing here in a second. Hang on.
You like my Jar Jar and Carbonite thing?
I do.
That's the real one.
Yeah.
You saw that email?
I did.
Okay, good. All right, welcome back, people. Thanks for sticking with us. We are going to start the main show in about 30 seconds. Will's doing something. What are you doing?
1 second.
What are you doing, bro? Where is this from? Petaluma. Okay.
All right, look in the episode 132 folder in Drive. I just uploaded a picture of the actor I wished had been signed on to do Han Solo. And his
Did we talk about this?
Yeah, well, 2 years ago.
Right.
His name's Anthony Ingruber.
Oh, okay. All
and
right.
he played a young Harrison Ford character in a movie called Age of Adeline. And I just want you to throw it up there and see.
Yeah.
I want everyone else to look at this and see if this would have been a good guy to play a young
What do you guys
Han
think?
Solo.
So this is Will's suggestion for Han Solo instead of Alden Ehrenreich.
His name is Anthony Ingruber.
Ingruber?
Yeah, he's a Dutch actor.
Oh.
And he actually already played a young Harrison Ford character in a movie called The Age of Adeline. And he did a phenomenal job.
Interesting. All right. Cool. Well, that's not who we're getting, but...
No, but...
Yeah.
He was on... I think he did make the top 10 of their choices.
Oh, so he was in the running at least.
Yeah, but he wasn't in the finals.
Okay. All right, man. So, shall we? We have bumpers this week.
We shall. Let's go.
It was a pain in the butt editing that show.
Yeah, why don't we tell the audience why we didn't
So
have
here's
the bumpers last
what
week?
happened was... So
What happened?
So last week, we played our first bumper, and then it just...
What did you just do again?
Anyway, and it just stopped working all of a sudden. And I didn't want to figure it out on the fly. But what happened was I had done something, I got up or something, and I had actually literally... Maybe it was the drawer. I literally pulled the line for that thing on the mixer, and it just was out. So
you're saying you have trouble keeping it in the hole?
all right, so let's start the show. On that note, you jerk. All right, here we go. Don't talk through my intro.
Blast came from the Death Star. That thing's operational.
Dr. Banner. Now might be a really good time for you to get angry.
That's my secret, Captain. I'm always angry.
Hello and welcome to episode 132 of The Usual Podcast, the podcast where we discuss Star Wars The Old Republic, the Star Wars franchise, and geek and pop culture. I'm your host, Marshall. And with me, looking at the mixer awkwardly, is my co-host, Will. What's up, bro?
What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
I'm doing very well today.
Good.
I'm a few drinks in.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. It'll be a short show, but
Yeah.
good thing, because this... I got a birthday gift I'll talk about here in a minute. That might be hitting us in a minute. Okay. And we're just sitting here enjoying our usual frosty beverages. What are you drinking right now?
Well, right now I am imbibing an A&W root beer
Oh.
because I'm catching up I'm recovering because during dinner I had 2 Captain and Cokes, pretty stiff Captain and Cokes. Thank you to our server at the Crow's Nest. And then you talked me into a shot of something, and I'll let you explain what that was.
Yeah, so my birthday was on Sunday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, buddy. And I played golf on Saturday with my dad and one of his buddies, who I've played golf with a bunch of times before, this guy, Bill.
I would like to say that I was not invited to play golf on your birthday.
Okay, so big shout out to Bill.
Hey,
He showed up on a rainy Saturday morning, and he bought me a bottle of Jameson, and this is one of those special ones where it's like done in like a different cask, and it's IPA infused. It's really, really, really nice.
Yeah, I will have to say it was much smoother than the Glenlivet you had me drink last week.
Yeah, indeed.
Or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was Glenmorangie, but that's fine.
Oh, Glenmorangie,
Yeah.
whatever. But then it was, but the IPA really kind of gave me a kick in it.
It's good. It's good for you. It's good for you, buddy.
All
and then
right.
right now, I'm drinking 101 North Brewing Company's High Gravity IPA. It's a limited release. It's like 9.2, so I'm going to have a good night.
My root beer is like a 1.2, so you know.
It's not, but it's inaccurate, but that's fine.
Well, one of us has to drive later.
Not me. So before we get started, if you have comments or questions, you can find us at theusualpodcast.com. Email us at theusualpodcast@gmail.com. And we're on Facebook, Google+, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. We are on Twitter most of the time. I'm at Darth Pops, and Will is at I'm Will Griggs. And we're on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play, your favorite podcatchers. Find us there. Share us, like us, tell your friends. We also are on teespring.com/stores/usualpodcast. We have our own gear up there, some iPhone cases and some t-shirts, Extra Life stuff and that kind of thing. So definitely check us out if you want to support the show and some good causes. And we do have the timestamps in the show notes. If you're not a SWTOR fan or you're not watching live, we literally have like maybe 5 minutes of SWTOR to cover this week.
I know, it's really not much.
At the most. So stay with us and we'll jump into Star Wars and some other fun stuff we have planned for later. So thanks everybody in the chat room. Thanks to Kid Lee who brought over a bunch of folks from his stream. I was hosting him earlier tonight, and I guess he rated us. So there's a bunch of people in there. So if this is your first time listening to us, we talk all kinds of things. So stay with us. It'll be fun.
Was it a panty raid?
Let's go with that.
I'm not wearing any.
Gross. Okay, so you're so stupid. I was really trying to keep going, and you blew it. Anyway, so we'll do our best to keep an eye on chat. Please participate. We like when people post questions and keep us going. So that's good. We just finished trailer time. We watched a few things. We watched Ocean's 8, Don Quixote, and the Solo trailer. So if you want to check that out, patreon.com/usualpodcast. We always do our trailer time and our thoughts on those kind of things. We'll probably end up talking about the trailer a little bit later. Briefly, but big in-depth reviews we do in trailer time. So
Yeah, and I'll have that trailer time up tonight.
sounds good. All right, man. So main thing. I want to highlight our drinking buddies, which I'm pretty sure we forgot last week. So a big shout out to Mr. John Skeen and Eddie for being an honorary drinking buddy, which is a level of our Patreon deal as well. And you have something else in here?
I do. He brought it up when he was talking about our Teespring store. But I do definitely want to make sure everybody goes there to teespring.com/stores/usualpodcast or go directly to teespring.com/TUP4 Extra Life. And what this is I did such a pathetic job last year, actually on Extra Life Day.
I'll say.
I raised a total of $40, and 20 of that was from my good friend over here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
You're
really
welcome.
did a pathetic job. So what I'm doing is all year long, I have designed a shirt that combines the logos of Extra Life with the logo for the usual podcast, and it has the website on the back for Extra Life, and I'm selling them on our website. Each shirt makes about $10 profit. So far, we've sold 3, so I'm already
Nice.
$30 in. I'm going to be selling them all year long. I'm really going to be pushing them at Comic-Con. So you definitely have all year to get yours, but when we get to November, I'm going to be donating all that money into Extra Life in my name, so it'll be going to Children's Hospital of Seattle.
Yeah, and I like to do a thing maybe this year for Comic-Con where, find us wearing our shirts or something. I don't know. We're going to come up with some stuff for Comic-Con this year. We're working on the night for our Pucked Cantina. So if you're in San Diego during San Diego Comic-Con, definitely check us out. We'll be doing live podcasts and drinking hella beers and hanging out with all our friends. So definitely check us out for that.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Let's get into Star Wars: The Old Republic, which, again, will be very short.
You want to fight? I'm ready.
You do not have to stand against me. Instead, I will share all of this with you, if you will only kneel.
Wait, are you giving yourself props for not being an ass towards me?
Yes, I am.
Well, that's lovely. Okay. All right. So real quick, a couple things I want to put out here for Star Wars: The Old Republic this week. Let's talk community first, as we always do. And Volk on Volk.com, definitely check him out. I have a link in the
Volk
show
is
notes for
great.
it. He is great. And he did an interview with Charles Boyd and Eric Musco, talking specifically about Rishi Stronghold, new arena, weekly PvP events, and returning companions. So definitely check that out. There's a video. It's about an hour and 20 minutes.
We're getting a Rishi Stronghold?
Well, I haven't had a chance to watch it, but he's talking about, let's see, it says a brand new Stronghold will be released in July 2. It's on Rishi. Charles Boyd hinted at some new special enhancements being added to the Stronghold, but they may not be ready for 5.10, and the update may go live with just the Stronghold being included as a regular one.
So you're saying if we get more of an audience, we might actually get some exclusives with some Bioware people?
Yeah, well, no. I mean, we could have gotten an interview with them. I just didn't pull the trigger on it. It's an influencer thing. I sent you the email.
Yeah, I know. I'm just giving you crap.
Ugh.
All right. So what did you do in game this week?
Oh, I'm not done with this, so that's
Oh,
fine. So anyway, there's a bunch of other stuff in here. Returning companions is one of the things they were talking about, and of course, summer events. They hinted the nightlife might return for the summer.
I am going to get that freaking Rancor
You
on the
will
third year.
Probably not. Musco spoke of a unique subscriber reward that's coming in May, something that nobody owns and every subscriber will get, regardless of their subscription history. So that's kind of cool.
Interesting.
So definitely check out Volk, Volk.com. Again, I have the link in the show notes for all of the details in there. There's some other stuff in there too about new PvP content and that kind of thing as well. So
seriously, I've exploded 4 slot machines, and I have not gotten a freaking Rancor.
Well, I'm in the office right now. We're out of tissue. So, but if you want to cry about it, I can go get you some tissue. We can do that. Got him.
I hate you so
Got
much.
him. Okay, what do you got? Weekend game. What'd you do, buddy?
I actually did absolutely nothing. This has been a really, really busy week for me. I mean, it is spring break and all, but we had track meets last week. My mom came and is visiting right now. She's here for 2.5 weeks, which is wonderful because I actually haven't seen her since last October.
Right.
Yeah, so it's nice for being, but it just means I've had 0 time to do anything.
For sure. Same here. Like I said, it was my birthday over the weekend. We were out of town until a couple days ago, and it's my anniversary tomorrow. So I'm gonna miss WOG pretty much 4 weeks in a row.
In a row?
It's What's an Ops group, and I couldn't run last week because I was out of town. This week, tomorrow's my anniversary. I can't run tomorrow. And the next 2 weeks, I actually have some shifts at my other job. So it's one of those things. So I haven't been playing much SWTOR. And I do plan to come back, of course, when 5.9 drops naturally. But I have been playing some ESO. A lot of our friends are playing that right now. And so I've been jumping in there and having a good time with that. Actually, quite a bit of fun with that.
I have played none of anything ever released by Elder Scrolls.
It's great stuff. Bethesda's amazing, dude.
That's what I hear.
Amazing. So anyway, it's been a lot of fun. I've been doing that, talking to some friends that I always see in SWTOR in ESO. So that's been kind of fun. But like I said, I'll be back to SWTOR in the next couple weeks for sure. But again, outside of that, and outside the fact that really the developers have released nothing. Maybe they're on spring break this week. That's all we have.
Really quick, talking about ESO, Jess, obviously on Twitter, posted a picture of her character from ESO and saying something, and she's like, "Oh, my character name," and I'm like, "That doesn't look familiar." And then I'm looking at her character, I'm like, "I don't know that." And then of course I look at the background and realize that's not. That's not
SWTOR. Yeah, it's takes a minute if you're used to seeing people that play SWTOR posting things about ESO. It's kind of funny.
Exactly. I'm like, "Where's the neon?" Where's
All right, so again, we don't really have any news.
But this is very cool.
Yeah, we talked about everything last week, so I'm excited to see 5.9 pop up, and then we'll go from there. So let's get into Star Wars, man. I have something kind of cool at the top of this, so let's do it.
I was raised to do one thing, but I've got nothing to fight for.
Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started.
You do realize you're absolutely ridiculous, and that you're on camera. Right?
Well, not the parts that I was showing.
Gross. Okay, so we are in the Star Wars section, and I want to give a big shout out to actually a customer at the job I mentioned a minute ago.
Shout out.
My second job. I work as a lot of you know part time at my favorite pizza pub, kind of my Cheers place. And so I was working on St. Patrick's Day, and there was a couple that came in.
Is that because you're so short?
So there's a couple that came in, and his name is Alex, and we were talking Star Wars, and we got into talking. I think I was wearing a Star Wars T-shirt, more knowing me.
Shocker.
Right? So he said, I'm just going to read part of his email. He said, we drooled about Star Wars stuff, and what he had talked about is he worked at, so where he worked was, I want to get this right. He worked as a chef at LDAC, which is Letterman Digital Arts Center at Lucas headquarters.
Cool.
There was a lot of security around a lot of stuff, obviously, so he couldn't take a lot of pictures. But he did see the Star Wars licensing room once.
Imagine, okay, we talk about the Kenobi, Rancho Kenobi.
Yeah.
And
Rancho Obi-Wan.
Thank you. Rancho Obi-Wan. How extreme that is.
Yeah.
This is, imagine Rancho Obi-Wan on crack.
And so he says, but thick security barred blaster lightsaber miniatures from taking pictures. And he said he saw the licensing room once. He had every item. So there was every item that Lucas had okayed in that room.
Right, which the main difference between that and Rancho Obi-Wan is that Rancho Obi-Wan has everything.
Yeah.
Licensed and unlicensed.
That's a collector's kind of thing, yeah.
This is like all the licensed stuff, including all the prototypes that Rancho Obi-Wan is just like dreaming of getting.
Right. And so
including the picture we have up.
So we have one picture up, and that is the Jar Jar Binks in carbonite, which
the tongue hanging out, of course,
which is amazing. I'm gonna put up really quickly a couple pictures because I told him I did, of course, ask his permission if I could do this, and I basically said, is it okay if I show the pictures on the show and talk about it? He had a video he was trying to send me. He didn't get it to me yet. So this is a picture of him with R2-D2, obviously in his chef's outfit. So a big shout out to Alex.
So is that one of the robotic ones, or is that like one that Kenny Baker actually was in?
I'm not sure. He didn't.
I'm really hoping it's one of the ones that Kenny Baker was in.
I hope so too. He didn't tell me the history behind it.
And you gotta love he's actually wearing a chef's outfit.
He's wearing the chef's outfit. Behind him, you can see there's like a I don't know, like a digital Yoda thing and a Star Destroyer up there and some other cool stuff. So. And then
Very
this
cool
picture
stuff.
obviously was that. And then this. What is this? What do you think? Doesn't it look like one of the guys from, I don't know, the Johnny Depp movie?
Oh, Pirates.
Pirates.
Except
right?
for that's not Lucasfilm. Oh, no. Well, ILM.
No, it is.
ILM did do some stuff. Yeah.
Right? I think
with
that's what
earring.
it is.
Yeah, that's gotta be that.
It's gotta be it. Yeah. I thought that was cool. And then and of course that.
Oh yeah.
Han and Carbonite. I thought that was sick too. So a big shout out to Alex. Thanks for sending me this stuff. If he sends me anything more, we've been emailing back and forth. So
I would really love to see is the beating heart from Temple of Doom.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Well,
like I say, he doesn't work there anymore, so anything he has, he'd have to find. But I thought that was kind of cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah. So the next story I have in here has to do with Mark Hamill not caring about returning to Star Wars. I
totally saw this headline, and I did not want to read the article.
Okay, and to ease your mind a little bit, it's not about him not wanting to come back to the franchise. It has to do with the fact that
with him understanding that it's not in his discretion.
No, but he was talking about Carrie Fisher.
Okay? Oh, okay, I get it.
And so he was asked if that and the demise of Harrison Ford's Han Solo character prevents the original trilogy from appearing, blah, blah, blah. And he says, it really has tarnished my ability to enjoy it to its fullest. And this is with ABC News talking about Fisher's passing. And he says, you were asked earlier, are you going to come back? I don't care anymore on that level because Han Solo is gone, Luke is gone. You just can't get the band back together the way you wanted it to be, and it shouldn't be that way.
Exactly.
It is what it is. Rather than being sorry that we can't have more of her, I'm just grateful that we've had the time that we did. So it's not that he doesn't want to come back to the franchise. It's that it's not going to be the same without, obviously, Harrison Ford.
Okay, you know what I would like to see as like an opening to episode 9 is, and honestly, this is totally out of left field. I haven't heard anything about this. I'm not confirming anything.
Right.
This is just me spouting this out
So
there.
you know nothing.
I know nothing.
Will Griggs?
If they brought back Billy D, Peter Mayhew, I guess just those are the only two.
Yeah,
Well,
those are the only two.
Anthony Daniels and Kenny Baker's no longer with us, but Anthony Daniels.
Right.
So but the characters, if you brought Lando back for just 10
Just
seconds,
something.
Chewbacca, C-3PO, and R2-D2, and we honestly haven't heard of any word on Wedge on whether he's alive yet or not.
That's true.
So maybe Wedge, and have those 5 people be at a funeral pyre
That'd be sick.
for Luke,
Yeah, and I really would like to
and
see.
just start off the movie that way.
Well, now this just popped into my head. Now that we're speculating,
Us speculating? No.
what if, because they're twins, we get a dual funeral. Like they have to write her out anyway.
Right.
What if we have those people standing there at a funeral for both of them?
And their Force ghosts come up in the background,
Something I don't know, or just Luke's.
and
I don't
Jason Syndulla shows up. and-
Okay, but you see what I'm saying,
Oh, no, I
right?
totally get it.
Like if they have to write her out anyway, why not say
Something tasteful like that.
something she passed from some complication or something, whatever you want to write
She's
it.
in a coma. Come
Yeah.
on.
Well, she came out of it towards the end, but
Right.
But however you want to write it, but again, excuse me, having that dual funeral would be kind of an interesting way to start episode 9. But,
Absolutely.
all right, so runtime for Solo.
We do want to hear from you, chat room. So if you were here, please.
Yeah,
chat with
nobody's
us.
saying a thing, so we're just going to keep saying things and participate if you want. So there's speculation out there the Cannes Film Festival is going to get to see Solo a little earlier, I guess, and the film's being honored with a special screening at the festival. And it's saying on the festival's website that the film is 2 hours and 15 minutes. But earlier this year, Google searches said that it was 2 hours and 23 minutes. So it's somewhere around there. That's really all we have.
Right. And that makes sense because basically right in the Star Wars wheelhouse. I mean, Jedi was, 236 or something
Something like that, yeah.
And that was the longest one.
Totally.
Before that, I think Revenge of the Sith was longest.
Yeah.
But they're all in that 210 to 240 range. So
Indeed.
it's right there.
Totally. Before we get to merchandise, do you have any other Star Wars-y stuff? There wasn't much this week.
No, there really wasn't a lot. No, that's really all I got.
Cool. All right, so merchandise. I thought this was kind of cool.
Yeah, this is where because we're 6 weeks out.
Yeah.
This is when all the merchandise is starting to hit.
Right. I'm going to throw this picture up here for the chat room.
Love it.
Okay, there's an ad that just popped up. Okay, so, there's a lot of ads. Okay, stop the ads. All right, so this is One Piece swimsuits. They're Leia, Ahsoka Tano, Kylo Ren, and the Rebel pilot styles. I think that is so cool, dude. Don't you?
Yeah. Okay. This is.
But it's subtle. Like it's very subtle.
They're all subtle.
Yeah.
Except for you. Okay, this might be the creep in me coming out.
Oh, don't say anything wildly inappropriate. I have to cut. But go ahead.
Well, it's not wildly inappropriate, but look at the Kylo Ren one.
Well, I already took it down.
Well, I mean, Well, in the Kylo Ren one, the lines
Oh,
that
it's
made
the
up his
mask.
It is the mask. Where would his mouth be?
Okay. All right. Moving on. We're moving on. I knew you were going to go somewhere with that, and I didn't want to be. Okay, so this is insane. Okay, so I'm gonna get a screen capture here, and I don't want to go too crazy with this. But what movie's coming out soon?
Solo.
So Solo's coming out, and we have, dude, I can't even tell you. Oh, no.
What happened?
Everything just froze. Hello? Can you hear me? Chat room?
Can
Hello?
you guys hear us? Including
I know, Audacity stopped too.
yeah, that too. My computer's going.
Too much going on. Internet's still on. Hello? Great time not to have a backup. I'm gonna lose this whole fucking show if I'm not careful here.
I just typed in the chat room asking if they could hear us because your computer just froze.
I can always pull the audio from Twitch up until then, but...
Yeah, I'm just kind of wondering what the F just happened.
Yeah, it's really weird. And that. Looks like letting me end tasks, so that's something. Oh. It was the capture thing. Okay.
Oh, that's weird.
All right. So the like trying to capture it. Yeah. Okay. Well, apparently trying to capture the screen just then froze my whole computer, which was weird. But it looks like we're still up and running. So should I try to capture it again, or dare I risk it? Maybe not. So since I'm still recording, since we're still alive, and nobody has said anything to us in the chat room, we're going to move on. But here's what I want to do. Star Wars, for the Han Solo movie, I can't even tell you, dude, like, on StarWars.com, and I have a link in the show notes.
There's tons of merch.
But I feel like this is at least twice as much as we normally get. And it's starting to come out tomorrow. So we have the, ranging from, we have Lego stuff, we have the Black Series, and it says in parentheses, we need that Lando. Products will hit stores beginning Friday, April 13th, and continue rolling out through May at mass retailers, Disney stores, Disney parks, etc. So there's a ton of stuff. There's play sets, Funko Pops, Dorbs, Funko Wobblers, 6-inch figures, which is basically, Han, Lando, Chewie, was it Kira, and who's the other one? Ray, DJ, all of them. So this is great, dude. This is really, really cool.
Yeah, and actually I put a couple of other links in here specific sets. Actually, you just went past one of them. One of them was the Lego Kessel Run Millennium Falcon set. That arrives tonight.
Oh, yeah.
At midnight. And also the solo exclusive Funko Pops come out. But the reason why, actually, I heard about the Funko Pops first 2 days ago. My friend Janelle, who works for Funko, posted a picture on Instagram about them, praising her team, because I guess she was part of the team that did put them out.
Sick. That is so cool.
She was actually also part of the team that did the Lord of the Rings ones earlier in the year.
Very cool. So I don't want to risk, and then there's also the books, of course, a solo director chair, all kinds of stuff, keychains and plates, Lando tabletop collection with shot glasses and silverware and such, it looks like.
I don't know, the last time we got this much stuff was for Phantom Menace.
Yeah, this is a lot of stuff. I hope that, hope it's all good, honestly. Hope it's all good. All right, man. What else we got? Funko Pops we talked about.
Right, the Kessel Run set, we got that.
Yep, we got that. And
Tell
Parts
us about
News.
Pixar stuff.
Yeah, so this is kind of cool because I guess we've talked about this. It's starting tomorrow.
Right.
What are they calling it? Pixar.
I think it's the Pixar Fair.
Nah, it's something else. It's Pixar Fest. Pixar Fest.
Right. Because they're basically changing the entire California Boardwalk area of California Adventure into a Pixar Play area.
Yeah. So what's cool about it is the article I have in here right now highlights all the food, which I think is always kind of cool. But I'm stoked about the Pixar stuff, man. I'm actually kind of excited. They're going to have a new show. It's called a fireworks show called Together Forever, a Pixar Nighttime Spectacular.
Okay.
And they're going to have, what was it, a preview, Together Forever? Okay, yeah. It doesn't want to spoil, but Coco, Toy Story, WALL-E, all that's going to be in there, and I think that's amazing.
That is cool. Also, Star Wars released on Twitter yesterday. The first of the monorails are repainted and Pixar themed.
Nice.
And that's very cool.
Dare I try to capture this again? Anyway, I have a link in the show notes. There's some really cool food that is coming out with this event.
The Mike Wazowski ball is kind of creepy.
Yeah, it's kind of it is kind of creepy. There's Mike Wazowski as sourdough bread. There's Scully and Wazowski's sippy cup things. There's a dish that looks like, I don't know, what, tentacles.
Unicorn hair.
Yeah, something like that. There's some Up theme things, sandwiches, all kinds of cool stuff. It looks like churros. Yeah, man.
Oh,
so
churros would be perfect for Coco.
yeah, for sure. So we've got that and some, one of those little aliens from the game in Toy Story, little cookies. Ratatouille.
I've been chosen.
Some Ratatouille stuff, all kinds of stuff in here. And call me crazy, I actually really like food.
Oh, absolutely. I'm surprised that they actually haven't done a French-themed Ratatouille restaurant yet.
They have something in the works, I think, at Disney World right now.
Oh, cool.
Because I think I've been listening to that. I still listen to that Disney Dish podcast, and they talk about stuff like that all the time.
Dude, the sheer volume of podcasts you listen to is insane.
Well, jealous?
Yeah, because I can't listen to stuff at more than 1.5 times speed.
Well, here we are. I feel like, I think really what it is, I'm just a better man than you are.
Well, yeah, hands down.
All right, man. Let's get to our last section. We have a few things that I think will be good. So let's do it. Yeah, I'm worried about some of this stuff. Oh, God. Let's start on the dark note. Let me get the bumper going. I had to close that to get this happening, so 1 second.
I can't imagine any kind of future where I'm a hero.
Well, you're not.
In the future, none of you are heroes. You're legends.
Some weird volume issues tonight. But anyway. All right, man. Let's start with the bad news.
Yeah, I'm usually putting all of the RAP news into the newsletter. Just because
such a downer?
It is such a downer, but when it's such an amazingly important figure in pop culture, we kind of have to talk about it. And this week we lost Isao Takahata, who was the co-founder of Studio Ghibli with Miyazaki.
Okay.
So this is My Neighbor Totoro, Kiki's Delivery Service, Howl's Moving Castle, all these things.
All those. I love Howl's Moving Castle.
But he was basically like, Miyazaki was the creator.
Yeah.
This guy was the money guy behind it. He got everything funded. Okay. And, it's tough because
I love those
Miyazaki
films.
Stuff is great.
I really do love those. Yeah.
Spirited Away. That's the one I couldn't
Spirited Away. I love that one, too. The kids love that one, too.
But, yeah, he passed away this week at the age of 82.
Oh, man. Totoro is my kid's favorite. They love that one. That's sad. And big bucket of win, as Kevin Smith always says.
Absolutely.
Speaking of Kevin Smith, you like that?
Yeah, tell me. Okay, I've seen some headlines about what the heck is going on with Stan Lee.
Okay, so Stan Lee, shoot, it's one of those things. There's a lot of rumors. There's some stuff happening. So what it comes down to is there's some things going on where there's some elder abuse things going on around him right now.
Right.
I don't want to dive really necessarily into that so much, but I think these next two things I'm going to talk about are kind of linked. So Stan Lee, as we talked about last week, was at Silicon Valley Comic-Con over the weekend, and I guess some people took some video, and it looks like, and I couldn't bring myself to watch the video. I read what it was about, but it just made me really sad. Like, him having to ask his handlers, how to spell his name. Stuff like that. And I think come
on, he's 94.
And he's 95.
95 now.
And I think this is, and so the headline is Stan Lee struggles to function in heartbreaking video. And I didn't want to watch the video. I have a link in the show notes, but what it comes down to is I think we're getting to the point to where I don't think Stan Lee's going to show up to a thing again. And I think...
Well, it's really... His wife, of course, died last year.
Right.
Right. And then he had some medical issues, and so he's had to have in-home care.
Yeah. And I
there
think
was
that's...
issues that, people were stealing from him and abusing
Well, we
him.
talked last week about them stealing his blood.
Yeah, exactly.
And using that to, to autograph comics,
stupid.
and that kind of thing. And I just think,
have some respect.
Well, and that's the problem. After 95 years and all he's contributed to pop culture, at this point, that's just... karmically, that's wrong. It makes no sense. What kind of human are you? You're gonna take from Stan Lee when he's 95?
I know, right?
Look what he's given us, right? So, so that to take a down note and turn it into kind of a not a up note, but a funny note. Kevin Smith on Twitter, he offers for Stan Lee to come live with him, and it's just go live with Kevin Smith.
I know, right?
You know,
got a big house in the hills.
Yeah, why not? And get away from. He's down. Not too far from you. Get him in there and take care of him.
Yeah, they live less than a mile or two away from each other.
Yeah, and I really think, and obviously he's. I'm sure if Kevin Smith, if Stan Lee was like, yeah, I'll come live with you, it would happen. But
of course,
it's one of those things. Like I would like him to be out of the care of these people who are going to take advantage of him. Honestly,
right.
And that kind of thing. So it's sad, but at the same time, I think it's time for Stan Lee to stop doing public things and finding a place where he can be safe for his last however many years. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, all right, whew. Let's move on. Movies.
Why don't you take his first one?
Yeah, so Vin Diesel is confirming on Instagram he's going to do Bloodshot.
Okay, cool.
Which I don't know much about Bloodshot, and I read a little bit about it on the post, but I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah,
I like Vin Diesel.
I like Vin Diesel too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and he's not driving a car. Which is something.
Or just saying I am Groot.
Which I can listen to for a long time. I don't mind if he says I am Groot over and over. So the Crow reboot, there's a bunch of characters that are revealed, and I'm stoked this is going forward, and we talked about this
we did
a couple weeks ago. So some of the characters, and I don't know all the characters, I'm just going to rattle them off real quick, is T-Bird, and all the descriptions are in the show notes, but T-Bird, Top Dollar, Shelly, Detective Albrecht, let's see, it doesn't say who's playing any of these people, Ratso, Funboy, and Tintin. So, again, the production is going to begin in July.
Awesome.
And hopefully come out in 2019, which is pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to it. And, again, it's Jason Momoa. And let's see. Pre-production casting gets underway. Courtney Hardy. Let's see. Where was it? Jason Momoa is headline the film and written by Hardy and John Spatz, I think is how you say it. I'm not sure. So, I'm excited for that. I love The Crow.
Yeah, I'm excited for this next one. I mean, anybody who listens to us knows I like the Fast and Furious series.
You do.
And after the last one, we saw a lot of great chemistry between The Rock and Jason Statham.
Yeah.
And so there were rumors that there was going to be a spinoff. Well, it's been confirmed, and it looks like it's going to be called Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh,
That's
okay.
their character names. They just signed on the director.
Oh, that's cool.
David Leitch, who most recently has done Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2. Nice.
But he also did Atomic Blonde, and he was co-director on the first John Wick.
Oh, cool,
so
dude.
this guy's coming with definite funny action cred.
Nice. That's exciting.
I'm excited.
And I didn't even put this in here. There was a bunch of Fortnite stuff that came out.
Total Fortnite drama going on this week. I mean, as you all know, I play mobile games, but in that I play Civ maybe every blue moon and SWTOR. That's about it. But a whole bunch of my students play Fortnite, and with the latest update, it's like crashed the servers.
Oh no! And there was another story that came out after this. The servers I think are back up now, but it was crap.
Right. Well,
for over a day, I think.
Yeah. This is what I heard in this one. Well, they're investigating what happened.
Yeah. But
from what I heard from this is that a lot of the stuff is back up, right?
Something with the latest update.
Right. And this one, the latest update was as of, it looks like 11:45 last night.
Okay. Is
what I'm seeing. I didn't look at anything today. But the stuff that's working is...
Yeah, it's back up today.
Right. The website and forums are up. The parties, friends, and messaging, voice chat, all that stuff's up. But the one thing that still says it's under maintenance is the login.
Well, you can go to the forums, right?
Yeah, that's about it.
It gives you a place to complain about why you're not playing the game.
I know, right? But I mean, considering this is like the biggest game in the world right now.
Yeah, for sure. And they'll figure it out if they haven't already. And like I said, I saw a bunch of stuff about it today.
Right. Well, the main reason I put this in is how thankful I am for
stable servers.
For the crap that we give BioWare sometimes in EA.
Yeah.
You know, at the very most we get like, okay, the downtime's been extended by an hour or two.
Sure.
We're not down a day anymore. We don't have that stuff.
We haven't had that in a couple of years, actually.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right. So hopefully Fortnite gets their act together. I don't think they're. I'm sure their numbers will pop back up once they're back up. But,
I'm sure.
merchandise.
Okay, this one I was just gonna put this one into the newsletter, but because Rampage is coming out tomorrow, we both want to see it. We both love the game.
Love the game.
I want you to open this link.
And I love Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Right. Well, there's a new
Just rewatched Jumanji with my kids yesterday.
There's a 3-pack of of old school style Funko Pops that are Walmart exclusive next month.
Of course.
But the thing is, they look like 8-bit. I don't know if you feel comfortable trying to take a screenshot, but I want people to see this if you can.
All right, I'll try it one more time. Look at that.
Check this out, kids.
That is amazing.
What I love is these are based on the games, not the movie.
Yeah, I want that so bad.
This is what the game characters look like.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I
How
love it.
How cool are those?
I love it. Yep, I want them. Except I have to go to Walmart, and that's a whole thing.
No, you just buy them online, buddy.
Yep, I will do that.
That's what I did. I bought the injured Ian Malcolm from Target online.
Nice. All right, man, Disney news. What do we got?
Is
this actually going to happen, or what?
Let me see. Yes, okay. So, as we talked about with the Disney and Fox merger, well, basically the Disney Fox buyout.
Yeah.
That basically there are so many international parts and so many different companies involved that you have to go through a whole bunch of different regulations. It looks like the deal is probably going to close by summer of next year.
All right. Well, it's a long time.
Which isn't unheard of. I mean, when you're talking about multi-billion-dollar international conglomerates combining, you definitely have.
I just think of how many
issues.
I just think of how many lawyers are employed because of this deal.
Thousands.
That's amazing. All right, so this I thought was kind of cool. I'm not bummed about a live action Mulan. I think it'd be good.
I actually think it's gonna be pretty good.
I am worried how they're gonna do the dragon. Is it gonna be CG and stuff like that? Is my guess.
That's what I would think.
And I can't imagine them bringing Eddie Murphy back.
Oh God.
I mean, I don't know. Part of the charm of that movie for me was Eddie Murphy's role. I loved Eddie Murphy's role as Mushu.
Ralph Garman said on this last week's Babylon.
Yeah,
that was basically his character of Donkey before Shrek.
That's true. That's actually true. You're right. Anyway, the headline is there's going to be a female villain.
In addition to the Hun, or is this going to be instead of?
Let's see. So it's Chinese actress Gong Li has been cast as a female villain in Disney's upcoming live-action remake of Mulan. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Li, a major movie star in China, will join the cast as Powerful Witch. No other information about the character is known at this point. She'll join a legion of other famous Disney sorceresses, etc., etc. So
okay, well, it sounds like there could be an additional villain and not just a primary.
Not the main villain,
right? Well, in addition to that, with Gong Li getting cast, guess who else has been cast?
No way.
Jet Li has now been cast.
What's he gonna do?
I didn't want to read this.
Yeah,
let's find out.
I love Jet Li, dude. I think
so
cool.
do I. Let's see. Jet Li's going to be playing the role of the Emperor.
No way.
Yes.
Okay. So her dad.
No. Her dad was
that's right. That's right.
The Emperor is the one who calls up everybody, all the male from the household.
You're right. I haven't seen it in a while. Cool. I'm more looking forward to this one than the other ones. I honestly, dude, and that's why I put the article in, or the article in here about the female villains, because I don't want it to be the exact thing. I want there to be. Right. I want it to be. I mean, it can be close, but I want them to do something different.
Okay. Well, actually, I just read on this. It says Gong Li is being in the role of the film's main villain, which will feature a big change from the original animated film.
Yeah. Gong
Li will play a powerful witch in the live-action version, whereas the main villain was the leader of the Hun, Shan Yu.
Yep. Right. All right. Well, I would like some difference, and again, I haven't seen Jungle Book. And don't know how close that was to the original film. But like I said, as I've said for the last few weeks, the Beauty and the Beast thing kind of soured me a little bit. We've got Lady and the Tramp coming. We have
Lion King, Little
Mary
Mermaid,
Poppins coming, the remake of that. So I don't know. I like that. I don't mind them converting.
Well, what did we say about this last week?
What?
Every single one of them is going to get us one step closer to a live-action Black Cauldron.
Which I'm holding out for. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for bringing me back.
Absolutely. All right, so what's going on with the Russo
All right, the Russo brothers. Okay, so they did an interview. Let me open this up real quick. So the Russo brothers, obviously we know who they are.
Yep.
Let me mute this tab because there's ads happening here. So basically, the bottom line is, have they confirmed that there's going to be an MCU / X-Men thing?
Right.
So let's see. This was a video, and you can watch the video too. But it says, where is it? Where's the quote? Oh, no, that's something else. Oh, this is the thing. Oh, damn it! They didn't put the thing in here. All right, so it says, Secret Wars movie would be an ideal way to bring together the X-Men and the Fantastic Four films with the rest of the MCU. Despite Fox's best attempts, X-Men and Fantastic Four have never been really shared a universe. And it says, Secret Wars is the only opportunity to entice the original big screen X-Men, etc., etc. So, honestly, there's the video that I haven't watched, but they basically kind of hinted at the fact that down the line that there's going to be an MCU crossover with the X-Men universe.
The biggest problem with that idea of bringing them in with the Secret Wars is the reason why they're called the Secret Wars is because it's based around the Secret Avengers, which is headed by the expatriated Captain America.
Right.
Well, if Chris Evans is no longer doing movies,
and then that's a problem there.
That's a problem because he's the head of the Secret Avengers.
Exactly. So we'll see how this goes. I didn't have a chance to watch the whole video. But the opening of the video basically says, they're kind of leading up to that, and obviously the Fox merger with Disney is obviously going to be the backbone of this whole thing anyway.
Absolutely.
One last piece of Marvel news, which I realized listening to Fat Man on Batman today. I hadn't watched Jessica Jones season 2. I totally forgot about it.
Well, honestly, I'm still only halfway through Luke Cage. So I haven't watched the second half of Luke Cage. I haven't watched Iron Fist, and I haven't watched Defenders yet.
Well, I've watched all of those.
Or Punisher.
Yeah, I haven't watched Punisher because I, again, forgot about that. I don't go on Netflix that often anymore. So what I'm going to do is I want to watch Punisher, but definitely I want to watch Jessica Jones. I think the reason I kind of forgot, I was secretly hoping my wife would watch it with me or finish season 1 with me. But now that she's not to bear the lead, it has been renewed for season 3.
Jessica Jones.
And so we have Jessica Jones season 3 coming. At some point, we're going to have Daredevil season 3.
Right. I think that's in pre-production right now.
I think so. And
Luke Cage 3 has already been confirmed.
Luke Cage is going, and Iron Fist is going too.
Iron Fist 2, yeah.
Iron Fist 2. I don't know if they're going to do Defenders again, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, then on top of that, the thing I want to catch up on first is Arrowverse.
Yeah, we're a season behind now too.
Well, especially since this week's Flash is going to have Kevin Smith and Jay Mewes.
Yeah, for sure. It's the one the one after the hiatus is the one Kevin Smith directed, and him and Jay Mewes are in it, which is pretty cool. All right, man. Anything else? I don't have anything for comic conventions except for our Puck Cantina. Again, I'm just trying to confirm a date.
Yeah, we're working on confirming a date, but that does not mean you cannot come up with ideas for our new Puck t-shirt.
Indeed. So do that.
Yes.
All right, so we're done.
We're done.
Great. So thanks for tuning in. The Usual Podcast. If you have comments or questions, you can find us at theusualpodcast.com. Email us at theusualpodcast@gmail.com. And we are on Facebook, Google+, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. Send us messages, whatever you want. Follow us on Twitter. At Darth Pops is my Twitter handle, and Will is at Admiral Griggs. And iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play, favorite podcatchers, find us there. Support the show. audibletrial.com/usualpodcast. Get a free audiobook on us. And the best way to support us with all kinds of tiers and rewards is patreon.com/usualpodcast. And all kinds of stuff on there. And teespring.com/store/usualpodcast. So, anything else, my friend?
No, I just want you guys all to remember to have a fun.
Oh, by the gods, have a fun. And we'll see you all next week.
Peace.
See you, Steve. Have a good night, man. Everybody's quiet tonight.
Steve stayed to the end of the show.
He did. Well, it was only an hour.
Good point.
It was short. That's including the
That's
freaking
with
trailer
the drama
time.
and the drama.
Yeah, crazy. All right, guys. Thanks for being in the chat room. And I left SWTOR section up the entire time. So
Yeah,
that's
we
good.
actually kept most of the Kid Lee stuff.
Look at that.
People.
I kept SWTOR section up the whole time.
I know, right?
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
And we'll see you next week. Thanks for being in the chat room and stuff. Thankfully, we didn't lose that entire feed.
I know, right? That scared the crap out of me.
I just didn't quite understand why it froze, and then I realized it was because of the I went to capture it and it got wigged out. Episode 1. So yeah, dude, I don't know how to. I'm a little wary about the SSD.
Why?
Well, I could do like oh, I guess I could actually take the feed down.